happen if the world's two biggest superpowers suddenly went to war? Would the United States stop China's rapid rise, or would China challenge American global dominance? Today we are going to compare their military power and see what could really happen if a war started. A conflict between these two nations would most likely start in the Asia-Pacific region, especially around Taiwan or the South China Sea. These areas are already tense due to political disputes and military presence. But if things escalated, this would not be a normal war. It would be a modern, high-tech conflict involving air power, naval strength, cyber attacks, and advanced weapons. First, let's talk about military size. China has the largest army in the world with over 2 million active soldiers. The United States has fewer troops, around 1.3 million active personnel. However, the American military focuses more on technology, training, and real combat experience gained from conflicts over the past decades. So while China has the advantage in numbers, the United States has the advantage in experience and advanced battlefield coordination. Now let's talk about naval power, which could be the most important factor. China has the largest navy in the world by number of ships. This gives China a strong advantage near its own coastline. However, the United States Navy remains the most powerful blue water navy, meaning it can operate anywhere in the world. America operates 11 aircraft carriers, which act like floating military bases. China currently has only a few carriers and is still expanding its fleet. This means China could control nearby waters, but the United States could project power globally. Next is air power. The United States has some of the most advanced fighter jets ever built, including stealth aircraft designed to avoid radar detection. China has also developed modern stealth fighters and continues to rapidly improve its air force and drone technology. Experts generally believe the US still leads in air power technology, but China is closing the gap faster than ever before. Now comes the most dangerous part: nuclear weapons. Both countries possess nuclear arsenals capable of massive destruction. The United States has thousands of nuclear warheads, while China has fewer but continues to increase its stockpile. If nuclear weapons were ever used, the consequences would be catastrophic not just for these two countries, but for the entire world. Global trade would collapse, economies would crash, and millions of lives could be at risk. This is why nuclear weapons mostly act as deterrents rather than battlefield weapons. But modern wars are not just fought with tanks and missiles. Cyber warfare could be the first stage of any conflict. Both nations have advanced cyber capabilities that could target power grids, communication systems, banking networks, and satellites. The first signs of war might not be explosions, but internet outages, financial disruptions, and communication failures. So who would actually win? The reality is, there may not be a clear winner. China has the advantage close to its region, while the United States has powerful allies and global military bases. Any war between them would likely be long, expensive, and extremely damaging for both sides. Most experts believe such a conflict would hurt the global economy and affect countries far beyond the battlefield. In the end, a war between the United States and China would not just be their conflict. It would be a global crisis that could reshape the future of the world. But what do you think? If a war ever happened between these two superpowers, who would have the advantage?